I'm a rapper.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I did have a lot of issues, and I still do.
Every day I wake up already angry.
The sudden outbursts of like anger and annoyance.
And even this, he will ask me you need to use towel to dry.
Like, why do I need to type again?
I just feeling angry already.
You always have to make yourself a little uncomfortable.
I think style is very important.
But I was so shit at it.
DJ Lethal. And
Really, I was the one who chose it.
you should be always open-minded.
So what would you say, like, according to your opinion, is like some of the name like 3 most important things that a person has to do to become a professional musician? Like, up to you.
I think first of all, like, practice. This is like, you have to like practice rudiments. I think rudiments is like really the inner core, because if you have a lot of talent, but if you don't practice rudiment, I mean the most basic things, no matter how much you talent, you just couldn't play, especially we're talking about an instrument.
Yeah.
I think vocal is the same, like you have to just...
like I notice it, for those of you who don't know, I'm a rapper, and also I do, I learn vocals, and I do a lot of like covers and stuff, and I sing a lot. I used to play musical instruments as well. I actually started with violin. I don't know if I told you.
Oh, I didn't know this. We should have more talk.
Yes.
Like I'm learning Latino dance. Learning violin.
I did violin for 1 year, and actually I was the one who chose it. It's not like someone else chose it for me. I was like, Mom, I want to learn violin, and Mom was like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I want it.
Because you watch Sherlock.
No, I don't know where I got this idea. I suddenly wanted to learn, and I was like 10 or 11 or something, or 12. So anyway, I was like 10, and I learned it for a year, and then after 1 year I was like, nah, screw that. And then I learned guitar too, and actually that time my mom was learning guitar, so we started learning together. We played together a little bit. And then when we were living in Czech Republic, and then we moved to Russia. I was like 12, and I started learning piano at 13. And I kind of didn't really want to, but I was also kind of enjoying it. I'm actually a fast learner, so that's what helped me to learn a lot of things a little bit very fast, but I'm not like extremely professional in one thing, you know, because I'm like, okay, I'm fine, here I'm fine. But yeah, I learned piano, and then I was like, okay, no, I don't know, maybe, like, I was never sure what exactly I want, but what exactly I wanted all my life was singing. But I was so shit at it. Like, I was really, even after learning all these instruments, my listening was so bad that every time I sang, I would like miss the notes, the basic stuff, you know, even like people who don't really have the voice, a lot of people, they can hit the notes like pretty well, but for me, no. And even I did dancing as well for many years. Like, somehow
I think you have like super huge talent of dancing.
Thanks. Yeah, I
so
loved
cool.
it, you know. And when I was 13, I found hip hop, and that's what, like, I did hip hop for 10 years. I really loved it, and it really, like, it gave me this special feeling, and that's why, like, I'm not even surprised I'm doing rap right now because it's so part of my personality.
Yeah.
But the band I had in the university is a rock band, actually, so we did a lot of, like, we were focused on rock. And but then eventually, like, when I started learning vocals, I realized, you know what, it doesn't really matter, you can learn it, but you really have to practice, just like you said. For me, I notice a huge difference when I'm not, like, for a couple of weeks I go for a shoot and I'm super busy, I don't have time, and then I come back home and I'm like, oh, my voice is really stiff. So you really have to practice. So even if you don't have talent, you know, talent is really, like, it can be, I'm glad I did not have talent in vocals, because if I had, maybe I would feel like, oh, I'm already good or something. Like, if you don't have a talent, that's even better, because you're gonna work harder and you're gonna achieve like really great things, because everything, like, talent just give you like this first step, but most of the, like, 90% of the work is just practice. Guys, make sure you do your practice and don't stop doing it, no matter how professional you get. So this is the first one, practice. The second one,
I think, like, you should be always open-minded because no matter which level you're already at, you should be always be open-minded to accept new things. For example, like my favorite band, Bring the Horizon, they just doing something like the whole music industry. They never see something, they never heard music like that, and they doing like this. And also my favorite, Limp Bizkit, they put DJ in their song.
Actually, I didn't know that. Which song?
My Generation. Like DJ Lethal and
Really?
it's
Oh
like
my God.
epic. It's epic, and now they always doing like this because
Cool.
they have new album. They always put DJ in the music, in the like normal rock music. So it's new things.
They started it, right?
Because open-minded can leading you to creativity.
Yeah. So once you, that's the beauty of art in general. I love it because it can never, you always have to make yourself a little uncomfortable. Like if you're too comfortable, you're doing it wrong. Like you get to one level, you learn something, you get comfortable. As soon as you feel comfortable, as soon as you feel like it's getting repetitive, you have to make yourself a little uncomfortable, and that's how you keep learning. You improve yourself, and you also bringing something new to the world of art, to the world of music. You're enriching, and other people can use it too, and it just turns into this beautiful, beautiful process, and beautiful, like that's how art develops in the world. So yeah, open mind 100% all the time. Don't get stiff.
Yeah.
Cool. So practice, open mind, and one more.
And the last thing I think is have a style. Have a style.
This is the toughest one.
Yeah. I'm still like in the process to find my style, but I think style is very important because, for example, the Hong Kong band Beyond, maybe some of the viewers they will not know.
Yeah.
It's a very
We'll put some information. for you guys.
Beyond. The drummer, he once said, there's 1,000 cooler drummer than I am, but I have style.
Yeah, because people need to recognize you. How are you going to differentiate from other people? And this is also so important for singers, rappers. Like I'm, still trying to figure out what's my style, even though I'm already doing my own music for less than a year, but already like have a few songs. But still, I have no idea. Like every single song I'm making is a different style. What am I doing? What style should I be singing? Like, my voice is completely non-recognizable right now.
I guess now it's because we're talking about three things. First, if you don't know what your style, you need to like practice how much you can, and then be open-minded, and then maybe you just finally have a style.
Yeah, I guess style is like the hardest one to achieve. It's not something you can learn to achieve as well. Something that you can do from the very beginning is start practicing.
Yeah.
And keep an open mind. That's kind of like, that's a basic setting that you should have as an artist and as a musician especially. And then the style will happen to you because I do believe we are all unique. There's like definitely 100%.
Yeah.
Even if sometimes you can find two people looking the same or playing the same style of music. No, every single one is unique, so you can definitely bring something new to the table. You definitely have your own style. You will figure it out if you still haven't figured it out yet. Maybe you don't have enough practice, you don't have enough experience, you just need to know more, and then you will figure it out. So let's summarize what we talked about. As a musician, it's really important, according to Ruby, and I agree with it 100%. Let us know in the comments if you can think of any other things that are important for a musician to have as a person. Practice, open mind, and your own unique style.
Yeah.
If, by the way, you have any tips for us how to achieve that own unique style, we're still looking for ours.
Yeah, we're in the process.
It's the hardest part. And also, I feel like once you get your own style, it will also change. Like,
yeah, maybe from like when you're 30, when you're 40, it's gonna change because of your life, your journey of your life.
Exactly.
I think it's like fluid, it's not settled, but you should have some style because style is everything.
Exactly, style is everything. And we just got to a place, let's go get some coffee.
Yep.
And there's still something else I want to talk about, so yeah, stay with us.然后我要一杯冰拿铁。
拿铁需要加杯还是大杯呢？
大杯少冰，
大
然后
杯少冰拿铁，
对2杯都是大包。
得体打包吗？
打包。
因为得体建议是堂食的。
不好
dirty 不好打包是吧？
可以打包。
那
可以打包。
那打包吧。
可以。一共58元。
Okay.
We're back.
Yeah, we're waiting for our coffee right now, and I don't know how long my hand can hold this phone, but I'll try as much as I can.
Want like this kind of holders.
I'm a bad vlogger. I forgot my mics today as always, and yeah, it's okay. We're just chilling anyway, so hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I wanted to talk about something before we finish. Something, because I know that a lot of the people who are doing arts, a lot of the people come to arts to deal with the personal issues. Some of the people, they're doing it consciously, and some of the people, they subconsciously just do it and feel better after art making. So I wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel has music like helped you to deal with your personal issues, and how?
Yeah. I think like most of people who like doing gym like crazy, because like after gym they're always feeling better, right? I think for me like drumming is the same thing, because playing drum require you have a lot of power. For example, when you practice Slipknot song, you just have to hold your inner core, like your muscle here, and you just play. And it's the same thing as you running.
Yeah, I can imagine you're always working with your legs and with your. It's kind of like mountain climbing, because your whole body is working.
Yeah, it's like you have to feel
and,
the muscle.
and your brain is also working. So
yeah, so it's like when you're drumming with a hard song, you have no any attention to your shit. So it's kind of get you free for some time.
Yeah.
On your shit, and it's really getting better after this, and then you're feeling okay.
I do feel like that after the gym also. Like, this is exactly the feeling that I get after, like, if I don't go to the gym for a long time, I feel like all these emotions are accumulated inside of me and they're too much. But if I regularly go to the gym, I feel like it's better. Definitely way better.
Yeah, it's like you can feel the endorphin kicks in.
Yeah. Okay, so coming back to the personal issues, we all have things that needs to be worked on, and I was like wondering, what is the thing that you feel like you want to work on the most? What is your main issue?
I think sometimes when I just nothing specifically happened, but I just out of sudden I'm feeling annoyed and angry. Just like this morning, like Alex told me, like, you need to adjust your body so you are not feeling like hot. You are just like, you need to feel your body, you need to be calm, and then you will be feeling okay, not heat. I think when he just say that, I just feeling angry already. His words just can light up my fire.
I just remembered I had a situation today. I went to the bank and I had to do the bank transfer from my company bank account to a personal. And then I typed in, like, I just chose the transfer that I did from before, and then it wanted me to type again. And the lady, she was next to me, like the bank worker, and she was like, "Oh, you need to type again." And I just got so angry. I was like, "Why do I need to type again?"
I don't know. I will be mad as you, like the same. But some people, they can be so.
I feel like when I found out that you're also like that, I was like, oh my gosh, finally, like, I'm not the only one who's dealing with that. Like the sudden outbursts of like anger and annoyance. Like, do you feel like you've always been that way, or did it start like after a certain point in your life?
I think I kind of like, when I was more younger, like maybe 20 or 19, is pretty hard. It's like every day I wake up already angry. I'm angry at that time my boyfriend, my friend. I can just lose my shit like very, very fast. But now I already mild. It's okay, because of course I need to grow. But when I was more younger, like 20, it's really like out of control. I think it's because of something. I'm trying to analyze the situation. Why I'm like this? Because nothing really bad happened, but why you so angry? Why you so annoyed? It's because I collecting the shit during my teenage time. Because my father, I can never like stood up for my father. I'm not close to him, and he's like a little bit like control freak. He even forbid me to, like, you cannot leave any rice on the table when you're eating. And I have some kind of bad habits when I'm eating. I like to shake my legs.
Oh,
and,
really?
yeah, I like doing, and also like whistle, you know. And I admit that I have a lot of this kind of bad habits, but he make it such big deal. Like he can ruin my appetite, and I have to, like, I always mute myself, like I don't talk, and I will eat my dishes. And my mother will fight my father like multiple times because of, he think you couldn't like control her like that, like you need to be more easy, like she's a person, you cannot like asking her to acting like robot. But my father was just like in so tiny thing. Even also he will watch me like, did you dry your face with a clean like towel? Because sometimes you know, after I clean my face, sometimes I just like let it dry naturally. And even this, he will ask me you need to use towel to dry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And I just like, when I was dealing all of this his shit, I never complain. I just always eat all shit. I be quiet.
Yeah.
And then after after I graduate my high school, I finally out of his sight. I just start my angerness. I think this is connected.
So it's like your emotions that you were trying to suppress, they're trying to go out right now in like the most random situations.
Yeah.
Do you have you found like any other, well, apart from music, any other ways to deal with that, or maybe to help that anger leave?
Yes,
sooner?
actually during the COVID time, because you know, I don't have too much class, I don't have too much work, so I decided to learn psychology.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I even had a diploma, like finishing psychology, but like basic ones, because I want to like learn. I want to know what's really like the logic of our brain, so it can help myself. Yeah. So it's during COVID time I learned psychology, and then I understand something. And
do you feel like it helped you?
Yes, I can. At least I can understand how it works with people's brain, because our past actually is kind of defines our character, personality. It's like explains a lot. Of course, if I really want to get help, I need to go see a therapist. But it can give me some directions, like give me some explanations. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think you will eventually go see a therapist at some point, or you feel like it's getting better?
I think for now, I'm already getting better, thanks to music. Really, thanks to drumming. Yeah, really. I also watched a video, Travis Barker, you know.
Oh my God, I was so in love with him when I was in high school.
Me too. And he also had a video talking about like drumming. Like, I don't know exactly what his words. He's saying something like, music is therapist. Making music for me is therapist. And I just watch his video and I just cry watching his video, because I just can relate to it. It's like, oh my God, like Travis Barker is the best.
Yeah, for me it's been different. Like, I've had these issues as long as I remember myself. I remember I was like super little kid, and I would get so angry out of nowhere, out of nothing, and my parents would tell me back then, like, you're gonna have a lot of issues in your adult life if you don't fix that. And I was like, whatever. and then I did have a lot of issues, and I still do. Not as many as before. Of course, it gets better. I guess with age, you're getting a little more patient and a little smarter. You know more things. You learn more about yourself. You learn more about the world and how it works and how your brain works. But still, like, it's not solved. Like, it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a long process to deal with.
Yeah, if you guys know any way to deal with that apart from like the obvious ones, you know, like go to a therapist and do this and do that, like that's something that everyone's talking about, maybe you can share your experience with us, because this is, I feel like, I mean, we don't really talk about these issues, but like how do you deal with that? How do you deal with your anger issues? Like, where is this coming from? Because I feel like we're having the same issue, but it's not for the same reason.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, it can be really complicated, and I feel like a lot of people would appreciate this information, including ourselves. You know, it's always a process and we're still learning. But definitely, you know, I'm glad that we can connect to art and we can have a chance to make music. And
it can channel your anger and transform to something nice.
You know what I found out? I used to hate myself because of anger. But then I realized something, that anger, just like any other energy, is energy. So you can use it to destroy, which is what we mostly do. but you can also use it to achieve something, because actually anger, out of all the emotions, I think you can learn it from psychology as well, like out of all of the emotions, anger is the strongest one. It has the most potential. So
yes, it is.
If you can channel it in the right way, if you can use it in the right way, then you will probably be one of the strongest people. So yeah, when it comes to anger, you guys, you know, just find ways to, first of all, get rid of that excess energy, because anger is just like, basically, if you're super angry, it means you have a lot of energy. So give yourself more physical pressure, more physical exercise, put this energy into something useful, make yourself look good. And also definitely do something creative, because it will let you understand your emotions more, and you will create something instead of destroying things. And also, if you're in toxic relationships, get out of those, because this will only make your anger issues worse.
Feeding your anger.
Yes, surround yourself with understanding and loving and patient people, and keep learning more about yourself. So yeah, I'm really glad we did it finally. We, you know, been meaning to do this for a while. I'm glad to have you for our whatever podcast. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And if you guys have any more questions or any ideas of the topics you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments. And we're having more guests coming up as well from different countries and backgrounds. So subscribe, hit the like, support us, support the podcast. This is a podcast in 3 different languages. So excited to have you here. Thanks for your time, and see you next time. My name is Mary. This is Ruby and Whatever Podcast. Ciao.